and we will. I think I'll start with the brief introduction of yours by the time other people will join. So good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So today we have our two speakers, Harpreet Bhan, who is Managing Director and Senior Associate at Adizes Institute, India. He is a seasoned global leader, MD India, which is for the Adizes Institute, which is among top 10 large business consulting groups from USA, and Heartfulness trainer. Harpreet brings 30 plus years of experience across strategy, mergers and acquisitions, turnarounds, and leadership development in 40 plus countries. His insights are deeply rooted in the synergy between business success and inner transformation. We have our second speaker, who is Shridhar Thoda. With over 30 years in corporate finance, capital markets, and business school teaching, Shridhar expertly bridges the worlds of financial acumen and organizational change. He brings a rare mix of structure, clarity, and values-based leadership to the boardroom. He is also certified Heartfulness trainer, and his work blends business expertise with personal development to foster sustainable growth and leadership. He is also faculty at these schools like IIM Mumbai and NMI's. So over to you, Harpreet.
Namaste ji, Sat Shri Akal, Adab. Good evening. Thank you, Varundeep ji. Thank you for this. I put it on my LinkedIn as serendipity, how this has come about, how this session has come about. And today's session, Shridhar, if you can just open up the slide, that way, we'll take us through. So we do a dual act, not that one of us couldn't do it, but I think you'll get bored of one person. So, there's always relief with another face and voice that comes through. So today, Varundeep, is it English? Is it English only? Is it, what is preferred?
English with a bit of Hindi will do, because we will have people from South who might not be understanding Hindi, but large population understand.
We can do a bit of Tamil as well if that works. So that's no problem.
Right. Okay.
I stayed in Madras once upon a time. But anyway, so what we'll talk about today, and it's going to be brief. More than the talking, I'm really looking forward to an experiential session with everybody on call. Experience in the sense, experience not to hear us talking, experience to actually close your eyes and experience something within yourself. But the build up for that, there is some very simple concept, but very profound, that we would like to share with you. And what we do today is a mix of two things. One is Adizes Methodology framework, which has been in existence since 1971 and has been helping organizations, individuals, founders, governments across the globe. It's counted amongst the top 10 large business consulting groups out of US. And Dr. Adizes is considered the top 30 thought leaders out of US again. And the other thing, so Adizes is very good for organizational team management, culture of companies, of anything that you might want to apply the Adizes framework on. Heartfulness, on the other hand, is a very, very significant, simple, yet very powerful way to develop your own self. So when you have an organizational tool in Adizes and a self-development tool in Heartfulness, the combination of the two is what we would like to just take you through in the next an hour or so. And Varundeep also asked the question, if you want to raise a question, feel free to. We will see if we can do it at that time. If we can attempt an answer at that time, or definitely we're going to keep some open time in the end of the session also. So with that said, I'll invite now straight away my colleague, my brother Shridhar. Both of us work together in Heartfulness and Adizes. So I'm going to invite him to present to you a very simple yet very profound concept, which is, what is the secret of success? So over to you, Shridhar.
Thank you, everybody. Good evening, everyone, and it's a pleasure to be here. And let me just just start off by just introducing one of the foundational concepts, right? And that really sort of gives up a little bird's eye view, a peek into the Adizes framework. And it's a very encouraging thing that we can see 53 odd people. We'll have an interaction too. So let me just, open up this thing that we are very comfortable with. We are a lot of us are familiar with mathematics, and let's summarize the secret of success in a in the form of a formula. Okay, if I was to just simply put, the formula. Okay, it has a numerator, it has a denominator. The numerator and success, and by the way, success, everybody has a different definition. You define your own success, doesn't matter. For some it can be personal success, somebody wants to retire early, do social service, somebody has to create a valuation in their business, somebody has to ascend to the topmost. You define your own. I want to be happy and be happy in my own professional life, whatever the definition, doesn't matter. And irrespective of that definition, this formula applies. Yeah. So it's a function, okay, in the formula form, it's a function of external marketing on internal marketing in the denominator. And we are all familiar with the word marketing. And typically when you look at marketing and you summarize it and you just bring it to the core, what it essentially means is I need to present, I need to sell my own ideas. Okay, I have some capabilities, I need to sell my ideas, right? And I need to do it in both these fronts. So let's look at what's external marketing. Okay, external marketing. You look at any of your organizations, your companies, or you look at your own self as a person who's evolving in his career. Yeah, what we essentially find in external marketing is that you're basically doing is you have some needs out there in the market. Okay, a company has needs, identified in the market, which are not satisfied well by the competitor, which are virgin needs. Okay, there are needs out there, and on the other hand, the organization has capabilities. The company has identified needs, and it has capabilities. Some of the capabilities it already has, some of it will develop over a period of time. But essentially, what external marketing is to fulfill the purpose for which we exist. Yeah, there is a purpose, which is to identify the client needs and satisfy them by using your own capabilities. And look at your own self as a person who's evolving in his career. Right, you are matching the needs out there in the market, and you develop capabilities by your education, by your experience, and you put these two things together, and you satisfy those needs. Right, so that's external marketing. Look at the denominator now. Okay, it's internal marketing. And when you work in organizations, typically, we do need to sell our ideas. Okay, because there are different functions. There is sales, there's the marketing, there is accounts, there's finance, there's the development side, there's the quality side, and each of them has to spend some energy in selling their own ideas, okay, to the others, because everybody has their own interest, everybody has a role to play. And what we spend time on, okay, is selling our ideas internally. Yeah, and it's a good word, okay, but it can get into explaining, it can get into a lot of emailing, it can get into a lot of having meetings. So you do have to sell your ideas, but if it gets beyond a particular point, it takes more energy. Yeah, and internal marketing is a function. Okay, and this is where the beauty of this system lies, this formula lies. Okay, it's a function of how much mutual trust and mutual respect is there in the system. Okay, if I have a lot of mutual trust and mutual respect, I will spend lesser energy, okay, in explaining my ideas. Look at this formula. Just pause a bit, look at this formula, and you will see a lot of emphasis on energy, right? Energy. As individuals, as organizations, do we have unlimited energy? Yeah, there's no unlimited energy. We all have limited energy. As individuals, we have 24 hours. As organization, each of us has a limited amount of time. Okay. But so energy is fixed. What happens, okay, when energy, that fixed energy is put into the system, where does it flow first? Just think about it. Okay. You will find that a lot of first bout of energy goes into the internal marketing. Okay, I have to sell my ideas to my own stakeholders, my people inside. Okay, and whatever is surplus, what's balance, okay, what is remaining out of after that energy, the surplus energy, that only that is available to external marketing. Yeah, I mean, look at yourself as an individual. Okay, imagine you had a terrible cold, you had a headache. Okay, on some day, you are an energetic person, but on that day you had a cold or you had a headache, and somebody came to you and said, we want to decide on a particular product launch strategy. Yeah, would you say, let's discuss it now? You would not. You would say, let's do it, let's wait for tomorrow. Now, Harpreet bhai, you have something, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to, can you just take it one slide back? Remove the mutual trust and mutual respect for a moment. So dear friends, it's a very simple ratio. This ratio is predicting success. And the reason why it is predicting success is very, very simple. External marketing is what I do to fulfill the purpose for which I exist. Internal marketing is all the internal blood, sweat, and tears, all the politics, all the backstabbing that happens within the organization. Okay. So external is what is delivering profits for me, and internal is all the energy that is getting consumed in the system. And why does the simple formula predict success is energy is fixed and it flows very predictably. There's nobody with unlimited energy. So my limited energy, an organization's limited energy, flows predictably. First, it gets consumed by the needs of the internal marketing. So internal marketing first grabs all the energy that is being produced and it consumes it to satisfy itself. Only when it is internal marketing is satisfied, whatever is the leftover energy is available for us to fulfill the purpose that the organization exists. And as Shridhar was saying, example was in very severely, you have a very severe headache. There's a lot of internal marketing inside of me. And at that time, if I want to write a deep strategy or create a major decision, it's not possible because I don't have the energy to think. Somebody's in the ICU. You're only allowed to meet them for a few seconds. Why? They need all the energy to heal themselves. Similarly, there are organizations that have a lot of internal marketing. And when there is a lot of internal marketing, there's very little time to meet the customer needs. So higher the internal marketing, lower the energy available for external. Thereby, success is lower. Lower the internal marketing, higher the energy available for external, thereby more chances of success. And one very simple, very, very simple example. A car produces 1,000 brake horsepower. Does the entire 1,000 brake horsepower, and maybe it's Lamborghini or Ferrari, the best car money can buy, the entire 1,000 brake horsepower does not reach the wheels. Something gets lost in the middle. Call it transmission loss, call it frictional loss, call it anything. But there will be some internal marketing. There will be some energy consumed by the friction, by the transmission. And let's say 100 brake horsepower gets consumed by internal marketing, 900 is reaching the wheels. If this car I don't service, I just keep driving every day, the internal marketing in the car will start to fall apart. Even though the engine is producing 1,000 brake horsepower, the amount reaching the wheels is lesser because there is more friction, there is more transmission loss, more other losses that will creep in. That is the simplest analogy that one can give. How does this apply? We talked of an individual. Let us say the individual is a yogi, a meditator, very, very integrated. There is no loss of energy, very, very little loss of energy. So tremendous amount of energy available to fulfill the purpose. This person goes to office, and in the office, someone is stabbing somebody, somebody is dragging me somewhere else. I want something, the client wants something else, the boss wants a third thing, our subordinates are giving the fourth thing, vendors are giving the fifth thing. We start creating these pockets of disintegration, and that is internal marketing. And when that is high, chances are success will be lower. And the absolute, no, I hope I can see comments. Can we see comments if they come in? Yeah, we can. If there's anything that you would like to ask, please put in please put in the comment, and then we'll attempt to take it forward. But this is the simplest way to explain this very simple ratio of external marketing over internal marketing. And this formula predicts success because energy is fixed. There is no unlimited energy anywhere. And that energy is flowing predictably. Now, if this simple thing is understood, the biggest takeaway is my success depends on the level of internal marketing that is there. If internal marketing is high, my success is low. If internal marketing is low, my success chances are high. But internal marketing in turn depends on only one thing. That one thing depends on those four on 400, those 400 on 4,000. But the genius of Dr. Adizes was to navigate, and the navigation is mutual trust and respect. If that is there in the unit, in the organization, by default, internal marketing will be low. By default. If mutual trust and respect is high, by its definition, internal marketing will be in control, lower, which means I have more energy for external. But if mutual trust and respect is low, internal marketing is high, success is lower. And by the way, you can make out very, very quickly, in an organization where trust and respect is high, when we want to make a decision, people are facing each other because they're listening to each other. You can dissent, you can give a counter view. We can all speak up so that the best decision is made. And when it's turned to implement, you turn your back to each other and go and implement. This happens in a company with high trust and respect. In a company with low trust and respect, the opposite happens. When it's time to make a decision, I don't face you, I turn my back to you. I don't even call the person who asks difficult questions. I call only the people who will not give me grief, who will just say yes to what I have to say, who will just toe the line. And when it comes to implementing, rather than turning my back, I'm actually sitting over their head, making them do what I want them to do. So where your face is, where your back is at the time of decision making and implementation tells a lot about how much trust and respect is there in the organization. We're taking the company, it could happen between spouses, between a husband and wife, between a boyfriend and a girlfriend, between parents and children. This formula equally applies everywhere. Chandrakji, you're asking what are the most common internal energy characteristics factors? We are coming to that. I think that's exactly where we are going. So Shridhar, you want to take over? So give them one more example. Take them to the next slide and then we go over. I hope everyone is familiar with the Menti because that's what we're going to do. We're going to take some Menti questions and then hopefully we'll answer this. Chandrakji will answer this question.
And perhaps a little bit of the answer has already come in. The characteristics, an observation when teams are making the decisions, they are able to see it, look at each other in the eyes, and when they are implementing, they are turning their backs. That's one of the ways in observing the level of mutual trust and respect. Yeah. So let's move on. There are two more comments, and okay, there is.
Shridhar, can you move on? We'll take the comments. I'm keeping track of the comments.
Please so the other way of looking at external marketing is how do I integrate? I'm integrating with the market. I'm external integration with the needs of the clients. How am I integrating with that? So that's external integration. And the internal marketing can be looked at in this way. It's the level of internal disintegration. Okay. How when we started the company, there was so much integration, and as it grows, there is disintegration. I have to sell my ideas, and spend more energy. So the level of disintegration, and that depends on mutual trust and mutual respect. Okay, let's move to the next piece, right? And now let's look at an organization, and this organization can be anything. You said there are three organizations. All the organizations have 100 units of energy. 100 units of energy. Okay, in the first case, the level of internal disintegration is so much that the energy consumed by internal marketing is 10 units, and so 90 is available. In the second case, it's 50 units going to the denominator, and 50 units are that's why available. And in the third case, 80 units of energy are going into the internal marketing, and that's why 20 only is available over here. The question for you, and that's a Menti question, and you can just give us your answers. Which organization will be successful? Okay. We have 5 people logged in. Yep, and we are 71. Okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, everybody is able to log in. There are 2 ways of logging in onto the Menti, the QR code or on your browser. If you've logged in through your mobile, then you'll have to toggle between the 2 screens. Okay. We have 7 answers. Okay. I think there's a sort of a consensus, right? the organization 1, case 1, it's a dream. It's a dream where organization has grown, and still the amount of energy that is required is only 10 units, and hence a lot of energy is available for it to satisfy its purpose. So 90 units are available. So obviously, the theoretical answer, the answer over here is obviously case number 1. Okay.
Is there any taker for case 2?
Case
2, Garib ka koi, anybody who wants to put their vote on case 2. Generally, what happens is always there's 1 or 2. Because the formula is very simple. Of course, the formula says if only 10 units are being consumed for internal marketing, 90 is available. So obviously, case 1 is the answer. But case 2 generally gets chosen, and case 2 is more like the Aam Aadmi, not the party, but the common man. The common man, so which is a kind of a mix. There's no superhuman efforts there. But by the way, there are organizations with 10-15% cost centers that go into energies. But Shridhar, you wanted to go ahead, but although we have 13 responses, hopefully in the next Menti we'll get more responses. And Kiranji, you have a question that is there in the Q&A. We will answer that live. So please hold on for that. We'll come to that.
Yeah. So like Harpreet was saying, unbelievable, but yes, the entire there are organizations which grow and are still able to maintain the level of internal marketing. And let's now look at the play. A simple play of how this pans out in organizations. Okay, especially when we start working. Okay, and like Harpreet was saying, there is this case of a 50-50, the case number 2. Yeah. And that case, this 100 units of energy are going into 50-50. Imagine in some way, some method, some magic wand that we can probably provide. Okay, we are just able to simply reduce the denominator by half. This 50 units of energy that is going in can be brought down to 25. Imagine what would happen to the numerator. It's very simple, right? It's 75. Now, just have a look at this. I have not added any new capabilities to my organization. I have not added any new, identified new needs that I will satisfy. Just by mere reduction of internal marketing from 50, just by half, my productivity is going up by 3 times. The output, the efficiency is going up by 3 times. Just ponder over this, we all chase various strategies of, new markets, new capabilities to be added, in the first instance. But in the first instance, if we are able to just bring down, the existing energies that are going inside the system, we're able to bring this down by just half, 25, 50 to 25. I can actually raise my level of efficiency by 3 times. And this
So in
is
this,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, internal marketing can never be zero. I mean, that's utopian. It's in textbooks. There'll always be some energy that gets consumed internally because that's the way it is. Even in our body, there is some energy that gets consumed by the body to do its bodily functions. But when excessive energy is starting to get consumed by some of our organs, we become diseased because then the energy is not available for where it needs to go. So that's the now apply this to any context you have, whether your company, whether your marriage, whether your family, whether your social circle, your country, the globe, does not matter. The formula is universal. Now, I want to take up Kiran's question. Kiran Belsikar says, but we do need to complete internal socialization approval due diligence prior going to external market where investment commitment is high. Absolutely, yes, Kiran. This is not causing internal marketing. This is due diligence. But when you have to go keep on going round and round in circles and nothing happens, that's where you're starting to lose energy. You have to do this for sure. But if you're losing energy doing this way more than necessary, then the proposition is that you're losing the internal marketing is not at the optimal level. It is becoming high. And that primarily is because the mutual trust and respect that needs to exist is not at the optimum level. I hope that's taken care of. If not, we will go into a little bit more deeply as we go forward. There's one next question, and this was the question that was preempted even in the chat message. Shridhar, can we open up the next Menti? Do we like internal marketing? Do we like this internal disintegration? Nobody likes it. But it is there. It happens. It comes. So now the question for you all, the audience, is where do you believe this internal disintegration coming from? And you can take your organization. Start with your organization so that we are all on the same page. Obviously, like I said, we can do it for family, etc. But let's just stick to organization. Within your organization, I don't want internal marketing. I don't want internal disintegration. Where is it coming from? Again, if you can go to your Menti screens, please. You have the code on top of the screen and you've got the QR code. Just write a word, just write free form words. Where do you believe, what is the source of internal disintegration? Where is it coming from? Less trust and respect. Great. Thank you. So the next question be, what is denting the trust and respect? Because nobody comes from home ready to stab each other's back. But what is causing the erosion of trust and respect? Multiple layers probably of structure, too many authorities, maybe too many people giving approvals, perhaps the culture, sure, which is again a culture of trust and respect, either it's high or low, conflict, credit of work, feeling insecure. These are individuals who have such traits, they can create internal disintegration, absolutely so. Leadership failure, poor change, I think it should be something, poor change management, perhaps. Layers and credit and insecurity, management challenges, perhaps. Shridhar, can we remove this or can we scroll up for a minute? Because I'm not able to read it fully.
I will remove this one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great. Thank you. Unclear goals. Fantastic. ego, bureaucracy, management, which is supposed to solve problems, has probably ended up creating the problems. Uh, Free to adopt new ideas. Can you go scroll down, Shridhar? Possible?
That's
Free
there.
to free to adopt new ideas. I'm not so sure what that means. I'm trying to understand. Is it that new ideas are creating the disintegration, or the freedom given to adopting new ideas is creating disintegration? I don't know what that means. If you can clarify a bit more, just write something more, please. We'll just give it a minute more. Okay. Fear, lack of transparency, perhaps, lack of vision. Ah, you don't have to, no internal disintegration created. Don't worry about the typo. It's perfectly all right. Oh, fear to adopt new ideas. Ah, fear to adopt new ideas. Absolutely. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're very much there. All of this and a lot more causes internal disintegration. But you want to know the real crux, what causes it? Change. You have picked it up. Change. Change, the only constant and which is continuously increasing its speed, creating this VUCA and bunny or whatever new words we keep coining. The more the change, the more the disintegration. Change creates disintegration, causes disintegration. Change also causes growth. Before it causes the growth, it disintegrates something. Because whatever you were used to, you have to do it differently. It will cause disintegration, which needs to get integrated. So the one takeaway is, my dear friends, disintegration cannot be avoided. You cannot avoid disintegration. You have to learn to manage it, and you have to learn to do something. And people who are successful are able to manage this disintegration better than others. The person who can manage this disintegration, which is being caused by change, which is coming from every side, that person, that company, that country will succeed more than others. That is the key. Change, by its very nature, will create a set of problems. Problems, if you overcome properly, you will grow. If you are not able to overcome, you will submerge under them. So what is it that we have said so far? Number one, success depends on the level of internal disintegration. If it is high, success is low. If it is low, success is high. Disintegration depends upon my culture of mutual trust and respect within the organization I'm measuring success for. And if there is a high degree of culture of mutual trust and respect, by default, internal disintegration is low, which means I have a better chance of success. And internal disintegration, the root cause is change. Whichever way you look at it, some change has happened and people react differently to the same change. That creates a gap, that creates internal disintegration. So the vision gets lost, the structure gets compromised, the processes go out for a toss. When I'm saying something, somebody else hears something else, etc., etc., etc. So now coming back, what do we do? Because change is a constant and change, the pace of change is increasing. What this means is disintegration is also increasing. There's just too much to handle. I'm from a time when we used to send emails, and then fax came for instant answers. And now If you've not responded within a minute or two, people say, are you sleeping? The expectations have gone different. The markets are changing. The cultures are changing. And disintegration is increasing because change is increasing. And if the problem is disintegration, let's just now focus a little more on the solution. Shridhar, can we go next? I have a question, and you can put it on the chat. There's no mentee for this. Any one of us could feel like this at some point of time or the other, whether we hide it from others, whether we go into the bathroom and explode, whether we do it in front of other people, doesn't matter. But we go through these emotions. It is natural. The question is, how often do you feel like this? Very often, somewhat, very rare. So, I mean, let me look at the chat if that comes somewhere, if you guys can. How often? Rare. Thanks, Ivan. Somewhat, occasionally, very rare. These were very dramatic photos, isn't it? Imagine the same frustration or irritation that happens within you, although you can camouflage it, doesn't show. But inside, you get disturbed. Are you able to even observe yourself when that happens to you? And the more your level of awareness and more you can observe others, observing others is relatively easy. Observing yourself, you're often like this. In the real world, there will be some time or the other where we express these feelings will come within us, for sure. Every day, something or the other will trigger us. Now the question is, if you can move ahead, what do we do? And now let's get into our experiential session. Let's see if we can solve this problem. I request you to close your eyes for 30 seconds and please visualize a tree. Just visualize a tree. Take a step back, take a deep breath, sit comfortably in your chair. Just simply close your eyes and visualize a tree. And when you visualize it, take a mental picture of it and gently open your eyes. And as you open your eyes, please enter into your mentee. Otherwise, if you can go to the next one. Yeah. Again, go to your mentee. Please write down what did you see. Ram, you're saying three. You saw 3 trees? I wish you could speak up. I mean, we're not too many people. We're only 21 people. So this format is that of a webinar. Waterfall, neem, people tree. Okay. Very nice. Palm tree. Kayur says he sees, yeah, a big tree. Very nice. Banyan. Very nice. Did anybody see, did anybody see squirrels or birds nesting there or fruits hanging in the tree? Sheena said 1 tree, banyan tree. Yes, nest, Ivan. Ivan says he saw a nest as well. I hope there were birds there, Ivan. Yeah. Oh, you saw mango, Prabha. Very nice. The mango is a favorite. Mango, banyan, people are favorite trees. I mean, they always come up in this exercise. Now, tree is a part of nature. Let's learn from the tree. Oh, flying bird too. There's a flying bird. Great. What do we come when autumn comes? Now, imagine this tree, which is big. There's thick leaves, solid trunk. Maybe people are sitting under the shade, enjoying the shade. The birds are creating the nest. Squirrels are flying around, or moving around. In this case, come autumn, the leaves will fall off. The way we are going around raping Mother Nature, somebody will come and chop the tree into half. The strong trunk is gone. A tree may give fruit this year, may not give fruit next year. Where does the real strength of the tree lie? The real strength of the tree, where does it lie? You can just keep writing again into the same chat box. Roots. Prasad, absolutely right. It's the roots. But we don't see the roots. What we see is the trunk, the leaves, the fruits, even the nests, etc. What does this tell us? What does this tell us? The strength of the tree lies in the roots, but attention is mostly on the fruits, on the shade, on the strength of the tree. The importance is inside out. The importance is roots, but our attention is on the fruits. Is it wrong to have attention on the fruits? Absolutely not. It is your duty to earn well, to take care of your family, to lead a good life. That is your duty, and take care of humanity, whatever. That's your duty. But you cannot ignore your own roots. A tree can be big, but with shallow roots, one wind, one storm will fall. And life is full of storms. When our importance is inside out, but our attention is outside in, there is an imbalance. There is an imbalance. Shridhar, can you go to the next slide? Because of this imbalance, this is what is happening. We are so focused on the fruits, the shade, the strength of the tree, how much of its girth, how many nests are there, etc. Who is taking care of the roots? If your roots are healthy, ladies and gentlemen, the internal marketing within you will be less. You'll be more integrated. A yogi who is a meditator, who is fully integrated, they are unshakable because their roots are strong. And now I ask you, where are our roots? I want to take you back to our biology lessons, particularly in our teenage times, when we learned about the human subsystems. You remember the respiratory system, digestive system, nervous system. We had all these systems in the body, if you remember. I hope you can remember the circulatory system. You know, the circulatory system is that man standing or a lady standing with all the arteries and the veins spread out in the body. If you visualize that picture, they look like roots. They actually look like roots. All the arteries and the veins spread all over the body, right? And the root of that root is in our heart. Ladies and gentlemen, what we bring to you is, in this fast changing world, disintegration is going to happen by itself. If you want to create a culture of self-trust and self-respect within your own self, within your own system, there is a right brain which is in conflict with the left brain. But how do I manage this conflict? If this conflict becomes too much, I fall apart. My internal disintegration goes up. If I can manage to nourish my roots, if I can manage to take care of my roots, if I can manage to strengthen my roots, I will be successful. I will be more successful than if I was not. The people who have gone through the COVID times, all of us have been through. Some people went through it with relative ease. Some people struggled through it. And I have deep respect. We were involved greatly in the COVID relief. People have suffered a lot. And surely that creates internal disintegration. But time heals, as they say. You move on. Your level of self-trust and self-respect will decide how quickly you can move on, how quickly you can learn, how quickly you can adapt, how quickly you can manage change for the better. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, the root of our root within us is our heart. That is the seat of the highest possible strength that we have. Our highest self is within our heart. And if we want to keep ourselves integrated, and it's vital to integrate ourselves, it's vital to take a pause and kind of integrate ourselves, take a deep breath, integrate ourselves, meditate and integrate ourselves, sleep and integrate ourselves. If we integrate ourselves well, we are able to face the next day better. Disintegration is happening by itself. Integration requires you to make some effort. It will not, integration doesn't happen by itself. Disintegration happens by itself. Take a best car money can buy, keep it locked in the garage for 1 year, it will disintegrate. Buy the best house money can buy, lock it up, don't use it, it will disintegrate. The best person, lock him up, don't give him any work, disintegrate. Shridhar, we would like you to take you through, in the next 10-15 minutes, take you through a very simple experience of integrating yourself, of harmonizing yourself. And after that, we will take all the questions and the comments. Experience connection with your own roots. Experience connection with your own heart. I know we do it off and on, but do it in a guided manner and see if it makes a difference. I'll request Shridhar to take you through a very simple, secular, irrespective what faith you come from, whether you believe in God or not, whether you are part of one religion or the other, it does not matter. We're not asking you to change your belief systems. We're asking you to experience something and see, does it make a difference for you? Okay, Shridhar, so I'll ask Shridhar to take us through a very simple guided relaxation, which you can learn today and you can use it whenever you want. And if you're relaxed, your output will be better than when you're not relaxed. We all know that. So over to you, Shridhar.
So there'll be
Maybe you can even stop sharing.
Yeah.
Do we need to share?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's up to
So
you.
just a introduction. So we'll have two parts to this. I'll guide you through a process of relaxation where I will give you oral suggestions. Okay, you have written commands. Just go through that process with your eyes closed, and at the end of that, we will just do a short meditation. Okay, and in that short meditation, all you need to do is this. Yeah, just the first line is important, most important. Just gently, with this, the word, and underline the word gently, bring your attention, your awareness to the idea that the source of light, the very source of light, is illuminating your heart from within. That's it. And it's attracting your attention inwards. Yeah. And that the gentle part is again to be underlined. Do it with a lot of natural gentleness, no force. Okay. No force of concentration. Okay. And just be there, rest in your heart. Yeah. Until I say that's all, the end. Yeah. If thoughts do arise, okay, if thoughts do arise, just be unmindful of them. That's all. Thoughts don't have power to disturb us. Our attention gives them the power to disturb us. Okay, so just be unmindful. Just remember one word: ignore. Okay, so if everybody's ready, sit comfortably in your armchairs. Comfort is very important. Physical comfort. Adopt a posture that will help you to just go into a state of relaxation. The eyes gently closed. Move your attention to the awareness to the toes. Mentally feel your toes, wiggle them if you need, and feel that the toes are relaxing. The soles of the feet are relaxed, the heels, and feel the healing energy of Mother Earth caressing the soles of the feet and entering your system. The healing energy from Mother Earth is relaxing the soles, the heels, upwards. Relax the ankles, relax the lower legs, the calf muscles. Wherever the healing energy is flowing, it is causing deep relaxation. All the stiffness in the knees now are melting away. Feel the healing energy move upwards, relaxing every muscle in the thighs. Simply relax the thighs. The area around the hips, relax that area. Sink in deep into your seats, relax that area of the seat. Feel deep relaxation in the waist, the stomach. Leave it loose. Gently move your awareness to the back. Relax your entire back. Starting the lower back. Mother Earth's energy is active and relaxing the lower back. Now relax the middle portion of the back. And now the upper back is also relaxing. Now feel that your chest is now deeply relaxed. All the heaviness melting away. And the chest is experiencing deep relaxation. The breathing is becoming gentle. Now feel that your shoulders are just melting away. The healing energy is melting your shoulders and now flowing into the arms, relaxing every part of your arms. The upper arms are relaxed. Elbows, lower arms, wrist, palms, fingers. Feel the free flow of energy from Mother Earth in the arms, saturating it, almost dripping from the fingertips. Gently relax your neck. Leave it loose. Relax the neck muscles. Gently shift your attention to the face. Relax all facial muscles. Relax the jaws, cheeks. Relax the lips, nose, earlobes. Feel deep relaxation in the eyes and the eyebrows. And allow this relaxation to flow to the forehead and reach right to the top, the crown of the head. Pay special attention to the crown of the head. Relax that area. Get it into a deep state of relaxation. Feel our entire system from head to toe is feeling very light and deeply relaxed. Scan your entire system once again. And if there is any area which is stiff or tensed, just immerse that area in the healing energy of Mother Earth for a little while more. Allow that area to heal. Gently now shift your attention to the heart. Rest there for a little while. Feel the depth, tranquility. Feel that the very source of light is already present in the heart. Not try to see it, but just feel the presence of this very divine light illuminating the heart from within. It is pulling your attention inwards. Allow yourselves to be drawn in. Get absorbed in this feeling that the source of light is illuminating the heart. We will now begin a short meditation. So remain absorbed in this feeling of light illuminating the heart until I say that's all. And if thoughts do arise, we will simply remind ourselves that we are meditating. All we need to do is ignore them. So please start meditation. As we gently taper off meditation, remain with our eyes closed for a few moments and just observe how we feel. How is my physical system, my emotional, mental system? What is the change from when I began? Just make a mental note of it. And when you feel comfortable, Gently open your eyes. In this world of fast change, which also creates more opportunities, but also disintegration, you know, is a very powerful quote by Einstein. You know, when do we integrate ourselves? Just pause, and that pause that we need, it brings a reorientation. It reintegrates ourselves, reduces our internal marketing. But that inner silence, which after meditation, we experience this state of inner silence. And our attempt is to keep this silence continuously throughout the day. And it happens by a regular practice of meditation. And that's a common experience. But each of us has to verify this by our own personal experience. So these are very important things, they cannot be told, but to be experienced. So in Heartfulness, we encourage this practice to be done in the morning, take about 10 minutes to 20 minutes, and make it a routine. And just experiment with yourself. Just see how it is acting into your internal system. Is it reducing the level of internal noise, and bringing you a state of silence, which will stay throughout the day.
More than that, I mean, it'd be lovely if you guys can put in the chat, how do you feel? What did you feel after this very brief relaxation? And really, we just touched meditation. We didn't we didn't spend too much time. Great feeling, Sanjeev. Sandeep, freshness. Madhu says, thanks. Feeling light and calm. Awesome, Sanjeev. If someone wants to speak, please raise hand. Thank you very much, Varun. Parandeepji, that is very, very useful. I just wish we were all in a Zoom together and we could actually just blurt out what we have to say. Feel the silence within, very relax, as if pressure is being taken off. Relax, calm, nice. Ladies and gentlemen, what did we do really? If you really think about it, what we did was take a pause, close our eyes, and submit ourselves to a higher than us energy. In this case, the healing energy of Mother Earth, and allow it to enter our body from the feet up and go right to the top of the head. Repeat it whenever you want. We took 3-4 minutes. You might do it in 1 minute. Imagine every breath that you take in is actually relaxing you from feet up to the head. If you can be in that state, imagine the integration that you are in, and imagine what decisions you will make. Imagine the good you can do from that state of relaxation, from a relaxed mind. When we are stressed, we can't think straight. When we are relaxed, answers come. And when we take a pause and we start enjoying this silence, solutions come, breakthroughs come. It feels like a calm mind generates more power. Ivan, you're so right. The power is already there. But when the mind is calm, the power is available for us to do, manifest, and do what we want. Otherwise, the power that is there gets dissipated by all the other tributaries of thoughts that we create. You get that, Ivan? We have the power. Imagine the Supreme Lord, the Supreme God, the highest energy is sitting inside of us, not outside, inside of us. It's the life force. Who's making me breathe? Where is that energy coming? What am I doing for that? We have to nourish our roots. We have to. It is the duty to our own selves. Like this, we have to nourish the culture of trust and respect in our organization. There are ways of doing it. Yes, some people will always be there to dissipate that energy, but that's always there. There's always a reason why energy gets dissipated. Yet we have to overcome. And it's guaranteed a person who can remain relaxed and integrated will be able to overcome and manage and make the best use of change, which will otherwise disintegrate others who are not that relaxed. Can we do when in stressed? When in stress? Yes, you can. I'll just share few. Actually, I'll share a few tricks and tips and tricks. So this was a relaxation exercise that takes a minute because you're imagining it coming from feet. It takes time and it calms you. Deep breathing calms you. Take 5 deep breaths. That should calm you. Splashing a little water on the face. That is another way to calm you for that moment. In the heat. The problem is when we get flustered and angry, will we remember all of this? Because at that time, the energy of anger overpowers us, and we need to retaliate with that energy. And a wise person will be able to take a pause at that time and respond even then or later. So when you're in stress, sometimes close your eyes. If you cannot close your eyes, just take a deep breath. Clench your fist hard and leave them. The fists are on the side of your arms, your hips. Clench them hard, leave them 2-3 times. You'll find there will be some way that you will be able to relax yourself. These are very simple tips and tricks. But the Heartfulness practice, which is provided free of cost across the board, we've got about 16, 17,000 volunteer trainers in the world and fast increasing. Chandigarh, I didn't even ask which cities are you logging in from, but all over India, we are there. It's free of cost for life. We're not asking for anything, but we give you technique to integrate yourself in the morning so that your best version is available during the day. But during the day, shit happens and you get flustered. You go through an emotional roller coaster. So, like you refresh yourself, there's a way to refresh your mental and emotional bodies at night so you don't carry emotional loads for life. That's the second technique. And then the third technique is just before sleep, 5 minutes of meditation. These three things take care of us 24/7, but we'll come to that. Can we go to the next slide? I've got a couple of other things to tell you. I mean, what we did really was a very simple formula. We call it the secret of success. And the secret of success is really manage the internal marketing that you have. Whatever tips and tricks you have, we find meditation to be the simplest way to integrate. Good sleep is another very good way to integrate yourself. Taking pauses when you need to take pauses, particularly when in stress, Chandakji, take a pause. Find a way to take a pause, even if you take a sip of water. If you can just resist the temptation of responding or reacting at that time, just that pause will help. But of course, internal disintegration, how do you manage that? Nourish the roots, integrate yourself so that you become stronger and you can manage the storms of life better. Relaxation meditation is one very simple way, but we're going to introduce you to something else. And Varundeep had mentioned that I mentioned it to you also. So we have our team is coming up with 3 sessions for you all for the CIO group. So on 21st August, the topic is on resilience. On 28th of August, it's on axis of life, understanding where am I? What is it that I'm here for? What is it that I have to do? Am I aligned to it? What do I need to take it forward? What do I need to do? And the third one is science of meditation. What we're telling you is not hocus pocus and it's not just mumbo jumbo. There's a huge science behind whatever we do. Understand it. How can you be better than the environment? What do we do in order to do that? And to present these three topics, we've got three stalwarts actually coming your way. And Tushar is the ex-CIO, not Chief Information Officer. He's the Chief Investment Officer of HSBC. So he was managing 1 lakh crore rupees funds in HSBC. So Tushar will be there with you for the first topic of resilience on August 21. Deepak is founder and CEO of multiple tech enterprises. He's in a gaming company right now. He's a senior VP, plus he has his own companies, and he's an author as well. The Urban Buddha, that's one of his books that he has written. So he will do the axis of life. And that will be very powerful again for you to diagnose your own self. Where are you and what do you need to do? And Stan is, he's in the French ministry. And he's currently in Bangladesh, but he's transferred to Nepal. So he's moving to Kathmandu, but he'll be with us on September 11th to talk about science of meditation. Me and Subbu, we kind of we are the Sutradhars. We'll kind of coordinate the course. But these are your three main presenters who will be coming on these 3 days, same time, 7:30 to 9. Can we go to the next one? Really, these three sessions that you will do a proper meditation, and those also. You will do the proper technique of the evening to rid yourself of the emotional load, and you will do the proper technique at night before we sleep. What we do, you learn all three techniques that will enable you to take care of yourself, and you will get all support for life at no additional cost. No one is ever going to ask you for some money, at least not from Heartfulness side. And with that said, uh, if you do attend the three, and I really hope not just you, the entire organization, all your colleagues, all your friends can attend these three sessions. If you do attend, there are privileges once you complete this introduction course. Firstly, you'll interact with lovely people, very, very good people. You, obviously, there's a give and take from that. You will learn and you will also bring something to the table so that all of us can learn. But more importantly, we become a family, a human family. We call it a kutumb. And in this kutumb, we kind of support each other. There's a free app. There are free meditation centers all over the country, all over the globe, actually, in 165 countries. And all of this will be provided at no material cost to you. The only intent is this is something that has worked for us and many of us. So why should we not share it? That is the only intent. We must share this so that all can benefit. If I have benefited, everybody can. So can we go to the last slide? It is. Thank you. So Varundev, I think we have saved some time also. I believe we had till 9 o'clock, but we can close early. But if there's a way for us to take some questions, and I would love to have some interaction. I don't know, see a face also. We can make them a panelist, and at least because there are hardly very few of us.
Right. Thank you very much, Harpreet and Shridhar. Whosoever wants to speak, please raise your hands. I will unmute you.
Mr. Chandak.
Yeah. Yeah, you can speak.
Am I audible? Good
yes,
evening.
Yes, good evening.
Sir, you are
So-
audible, लेकिन मुंह दिखाई के भी कुछ पैसे लगते हैं. थोड़ा शक्ल दिख जाएगी तो बहुत अच्छा होगा.
I think.
But go ahead. I don't want to waste your time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
No, sir, you are doing great service to the mankind, and this is the need of the hour. Whatever you have said is directly connecting, and it is directly touching. And I'm sure the way I'm getting connected with you, it will definitely benefit me. So I'm all in for all the three sessions, and I'll try and bring some more colleagues. Thank you, sir.
That's so sweet of you, Chandrakji. I deeply appreciate that. And the goodness of you is manifesting. So very grateful. Ivan says the session started from Shridhar Thoda in sharing Thoda sa success secret is actually Bada sa secret success secret. And finishing off from Harpreet, Bhan is amazing. Brother, we've only started and we're all starting together. Ivan, I'm glad you're here. I, uh, I don't know if we'll be able to see you, but definitely we can hear you. You want to speak up? Please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I really felt very nice. Actually, the whole day was so tiring, and the moment I got this message, like to attend this, I was thinking whether to join or not. But it's actually, I feel like I got myself refreshed, like as if I've just got up from sleep. It's really amazing,
And that's
the
wonderful,
kind of
Ivan.
things I love.
Wonderful. I can promise you one thing, Ivan, and this is a promise, I know it's a guarantee. If we all become a little more aware of nourishing our own core selves, our own roots, connecting with our own roots, and making ourselves strong from within, even a little bit. Remember what Shridhar showed, if internal marketing is reduced by half, productivity goes up 3 times. If for
Yeah.
me to reduce my own clutter in my brain, which is right and left, the conflict there, the more I'm integrated, I have boundless energy to move mountains actually. Every human has it. It's quite
Right.
incredible what we can achieve. All of us are capable, only if we can channelize our energies and not let it dissipate. And that is the key. And there some guided practices help us. If I'm climbing Everest, if there's a Sherpa who's been there 20 times, I'll climb faster with lesser pain. It's very simple. So there is guided practice
Right.
available, and you're welcome to your belief systems. Nobody is asking you to change anything, but do something for your own self. That is the key.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else who wants to say anything?
Balwinder ji, Sat Shri Akal, Sidhu Saab, great session. Thank you very much. Thank you for your comments. You are at Garware, Pune. Garware is the company, or I know Garware is a company.
The
Sridhar
same
bhai,
one.
you know
Yeah,
Pune better.
it is the same one. The
Yeah.
wall ropes.
Yeah.
It used to be wall ropes earlier. Yeah.
We manufacture all kind of ropes and nets.
Oh, I've been there. I've been to the factory, but long years, I think 10
Great,
years
sir.
ago or something, Anji.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Anish,
Rajesh,
Ravindra Mishra. Yeah, that was the person. HR.
I unmuted you.
Hello.
hi
Yeah.
Anish.
Hello. Thank
Hello.
you, sir. Wonderful session, very relaxing, truly enlightening for us to learn the formula through meditation and inner balance. Great experience. It was like we were battery to 20%. Now looks like we are again back to 95% for the day.
Oh, lovely. How lovely. That's lovely. And Rajesh is saying, I do practice meditation, but not able to do it regularly. Any advice? Rajesh, at the end of the day, you'll have to do it. There's no, I cannot do it for you. So you'll have to do it. But what helped me was the support that I had. So when I have a trainer who is equally supportive of what I want to do and is able to guide and mentor me and take me along with them, that helps. And that gets reinforced when there are 100 people once a week and we get together and we do a group meditation. So that's another help. So there's some, how can I say, embellishments that we could add to the whole thing, to the whole recipe, which hopefully can make you more regular, can give you the inspiration to be more regular. So Rajesh, do please join the next 3 sessions. And thereafter, it's heartfulness.org, guys. www.heartfulness.org. So that's no problem. Okay. So Rajesh has raised the hand. Rajesh Panchal.
Rajesh, you are unmuted.
Am I audible?
Yep.
Yeah, hi. First thing is thanks to Varunduk, CIO Club Punjab Chapter have been instituted for quite some time, but I think so this Thursday series and that also at evening time. This is basically I'm from Bombay and this is traveling time. And I always used to get either bored or keep calling people and or listen to some bhajans or some music. But I think so this series of learning, knowledge, and today with meditation, I think so is really exciting. I'm on for next two sessions also and continued session on Thursday. So thanks, Varundeep.
Thank
And
you.
today I joined little bit late, but I think so seems very interesting for next level of individual personal goal and growth. So appreciated and lot of insightful inputs I have been getting. So thanks.
Right. Thank you, Rajesh ji. Don't worry if you have missed the beginning. We have the recording. I'll share it with
Yes.
Vidisha. Maybe she'll upload and you can refer to that.
Please. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anyone else wants to speak, share something? Maybe you can share your feedback in the chat box or you can speak. Okay, I think that seems to be, that's all. And a very insightful session. I think everybody joined and we could see participants staying for quite long. Usually we see people dropping in initially 5-10 minutes, but I think despite this being a long session, we had a good number of participants who joined in the beginning, stayed for long. So thank you very much, and we look forward to more sessions with you.
It'll be our pleasure, Varundeep ji, and gratitude to you and Tushar, our catalyst in this whole affair. And we look forward to our sessions, the 3 sessions that we have enumerated. And I will send out those and I'll send you the details of the 3 gentlemen. And then,
Sure.
then we are in your hands and may the best.
Yeah.
ठीक है ना जी?
Look forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care, ji. Lots
Thank
and
you,
lots
everyone.
of